deserves standing ovation. Magical by Baez. Baez trying to score.
Hey everyone, Matt Vasgersian here. Welcome to the show. MLB Network is your exclusive home for postseason baseball. It's Game 3 of the National League Division Series between the Atlanta Braves and the Cincinnati Reds. Vince Velasquez gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, this guy has a 4-pitch repertoire, right? And those are a lot of nice options to have. You can go hard, soft. You can go in and out. And anytime you have 4 pitches, if you can throw them for strikes, you have the big advantage.
And there are the umpires working this one. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Patrick Johnson.
Yeah, Dan, we got Patrick Johnson behind the dish, and a fairly standard strike zone most of the time, but he's definitely a pitcher's umpire.
I always felt like this. He will give a little bit on the corners, both inside and...
Oh, and this deflects right off him. Absolutely scorched that base hit.
Worthy of some show track love, and as you see it, it came off the bat at 110 miles an hour. That's definitely squaring a ball up.
Now a fastball swung on and missed, and that is out number 3. Coming to the plate now, Johan Camargo.
Third baseman, Johan Camargo.
The 1-2. This is on the ground over to first, and the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning. Digging in for his second at-bat, Jarvis. He singled his last time up. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Good fastball as he gets the swing and a miss.
Good job there to jump ahead with the fastball. If he's going to get back on track out there, the fastball is what he's going to start to need locating first and foremost. Then he can work his other pitches off of that.
Line drive to left. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Boy, that's a quality AB right there, D-Roll. Falls behind 0-2 on 2 straight heaters, gets the curveball and laces it for a base hit.
Yeah, I'm shocked right there. 0-2, blew 2 fastballs by him, and then he's able to stay on a breaking ball and drive it for a base hit.
So striding in, Eugenio Suarez, 0 for 1 here in the early going. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. And this is swung on and missed. 5 quick strikeouts now, and that's your first out of the inning. That'll bring in Phillip Ervin. And a swing and a miss, and another punch out here. 6 already, and that's out number 2. And so with 2 away now, let's give you another look at our playoff bracket as you see what could lie ahead for the winner in this series.
Number 29, Marcel.
The 1-1. Swing and a ground ball to third. Over to Albies covering at second, and that'll do it. Stranded. Now at the plate, Jarvis. As he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Good fastball as he gets the swing and a miss.
Well, he kind of tipped his hand right there. His approach is obviously sitting on the off speed because he was so late on that first pitch heater.
Slapped hard the opposite way. Castro is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Ready now, Jarvis. He'll match up with a new pitcher to begin their half of the 7th.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast. They could certainly use that right now.
And this ball is crushed deep down the right field line. And no one will track it down.
Let it fly right here.
On its way, the 0-2 pitch. Right side, but it's going to be a foul ball.
Come on, let it rip right here.
0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Another one sent foul. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
Talk about blowing it by a guy.
Digging in now, Jarvis. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one, and we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
Hey, it's your pitch, drive it deep.
0-1, here it comes. Squared that one up just a little late.
Get a good rip on it, huh?
0-2, here it comes. And that is swung on and missed, and things are starting to look bleak here for the home 9. There are 2 away now.
Every pitcher gives up home runs, some more than others, but the best ones, forget about them as soon as the next guy digs into the batter's box. He showed me a lot right there by going after the next hitter and striking him out on only 3 pitches.
And this afternoon's closes at a 1-run game, 7-6. MLB Network is your exclusive home for postseason baseball. It's Game 4 of the National League Division Series. Taijuan Walker is the man on the mound for the 4th game of the series. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, it's hard to have all 4 of your pitches on, but I think if this guy can have 2 or 3 of his 4 pitches and have command of them, he's going to have a really good game.
So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Gary Simmons.
You know, D-Row, Gary Simmons, he's one of those umpires. He'll give you one thing or the other. At times, his zone can be a little wide, and then he's a little more strict north and south, but he's a pretty consistent umpire.
The key, Dan, is be consistent. You want to give him the inside half, I'm okay with that, but then you can't give him away. If you're going to stay east-west, you better pick one side.
Hey, this guy's having a big series in the postseason, it looks like to me.
And we'll have to leave it there, as this is strike 3, and that will... Now at the plate, Jarvis. He reached on a single in his first try. And here's a fastball called for strike 1.
Hey, love the confidence in that pitch right there, going right after one of the better hitters on this team, not afraid to execute.
And he's finding his groove out there now. It's 0-2. Started to go around, but it's a called 3rd strike anyway, and that will retire the side. At the plate, Caleb Hamilton.
Now batting.
Let's turn it. Come on now.
Caleb Hamilton.
Hey, we got no outs here.
Softly hit down to 3rd, likely no shot at 2. To 2nd for 1. Return throw is in time, and what do you know, they do get the double play. So digging in now, Jarvis. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and he didn't put up much of a fight either, Matty. Got to find a way. Can't go down 3 pitches. I don't care if you're staring at him or swinging at him. You have to find a way to make this pitcher work a little bit harder.
Now the 0-1. Starts to go around here, but it doesn't matter. This is strike 2 anyway. Springer aboard here at first with nobody out.
See it, drive it.
And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone. Didn't mess around much in that end. Now in the box, Jarvis. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, Matty, and hopefully he got it out of his system. Especially now, he's got to bear down. He gets the...
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made. Heroes are made in the postseason, and he was at least the hero in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, no time like the postseason to come through and lift your team to victory. He was certainly a big factor here, and it was pretty cool to see.
Close one tonight, 2-1 the final score. The Reds have evened up the series at 2 wins apiece. Jonathan Holder is credited with the win, so that's a wrap for us here. MLB Network is your exclusive home for postseason baseball. It's Game 5 of the National League Division Series between the Cincinnati Reds and the Atlanta Braves. Mike Soroka gets the call in Game 5 of the series. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Soroka has a chance to be a really good pitcher. You're talking about raw stuff. A big dude, too, with great leverage. Throws the ball on a downhill plane, upper to mid-90s fastball. good, hard breaking ball. I see him as a really premier starting pitcher down the road. Another in the list of long guys that we see in the game right now. Power arms, all he's lacking is experience.
Got to believe you're going to get some tough pitches in this count with the base open at first. This is where you have to regroup and find a way to get a good pitch to drive in that run.
And he held up in time, but it's strike 3. Leading off the inning, Jarvis, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
Stepping in, Eugenio Suarez.
He's having a big series in the postseason. It looks like to me that the moment isn't too big for him. He's slowing the game down.
Stepping up now, Jarvis. A hit in 2 tries so far. First delivery to him on the way. Ripped down the first base line. But a foul ball here, 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. Acuna retreats to the track, and he'll put this one away. It's 2 runs. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Eric Castro. On the ground over to first. He's got it, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Now to the plate, Jarvis. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last.
And now, meanwhile, here's a ball headed out toward deep left center field. And this is going to clear the wall, a home run.
I'm excited to check the home run numbers that come out on Show Track, because that was just one of the most impressive launches we've seen in a good while. And as the numbers come in,
and that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ozzie Albies. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. This is on the ground over to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Digging in, Jarvis. And their season hangs in the balance here as they're down to their final out. Hit well on the ground to first. And a backhanded reach at first, but he can't flag it down. At the plate, Eugenio Suarez. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. He struck him out, and that'll do it as they've won this series, so they'll move on. Several good offensive performances in this one, but none better than the one turned in by the guy you see right there. He's our top player of the game.
He wound up with 3 hits, triple.
check-in call from a representative. This representative wants his client well informed on important matters. New to the majors, this player is offered schooling on the structure of his contract. The agent moves on from that topic. An unresolved player concern is revisited. The player receives an update from his representative. Spring training has come again, and major leaguers begin the process of readying themselves for the challenges of another long season. A coach presses a player to keep raising the bar. player receives advice about the refining of his game. A manager gooses his team about a lackluster area of performance. A representative calls with big news for his client. And, just like that, the course of a career changes. A recently acquired player meets with his new manager. The manager does what he can to make the player feel comfortable. A player is encouraged to keep developing his complementary skills. Clutch hitting has not been a strength for this team, and their manager lets them know it. An agent calls to check in with one of his clients. The player is not content with the way he's being used. coach hopes to help his player get more out of his plate appearances. A player receives a check-in from one of his coaches.